Hello and welcome to our first show of 2015. I'm Ani Stanley Smith, Substance Misuse Prevention Coordinator at Granite United Way, and this is Living United in the Granite State, a program focused on the work of Granite United Way in the areas of education, income, and health throughout the state of New Hampshire and our various partnerships and initiatives. For today's show, we will be sharing some updates from each of our 6 regions, including events and volunteer opportunities, and a little later we'll be joined by some special guests in a Q&A session about 211 New Hampshire, an initiative of Granite United Way that helps NH residents find information and resources for everyday needs and emergencies. Granite United Way is a volunteer-led nonprofit organization that seeks and addresses the root causes of key issues in local communities, is acceptable for stewardship of resources, and is accountable for short-term and long-term results. While Granite United Way covers 80% of New Hampshire, we are committed to remaining a local presence in each of our 6 regions: Southern, Merrimack County, Central, Northern New Hampshire, North Country, and Upper Valley. One of Granite United Way's initiatives, the Capital Area Public Health Network, works to encourage local New Hampshire schools to create youth councils. CAPN's youth councils consist of a group of students who work towards preventing and reducing substance misuse and underage drinking in their schools. They meet weekly to discuss strategies, and every 2 months they meet with other youth councils to receive training and prevention methods. There are currently 3 New Hampshire high schools participating in the Granite United Way's CAPN youth councils: Bow High School, Pembroke Academy, and Kearsarge High School. This month, all 3 youth councils will be attending training on presentation skills and creating PSAs put on by Dover Youth to Youth. In the past year, the CAPN Youth Councils have participated in many prevention events. Kearsarge High School Youth Council has run 2 sticker shock campaigns at local grocery and liquor stores, warning adults about the dangers and consequences of purchasing alcohol for underage youth, and are currently Pembroke Academy students are hard at work on a project called the Spartan Safety Box, an anonymous drop box for notes to voice concerns about the health and safety of students. The Capital Area Public Health Network provides an adult advisor in each youth council and is looking to include more local high schools during the 2015 year, including Concord High School and Pittsfield High School. If your school is interested in creating a youth counselor through the Capital Area Public Health Network, please contact Annika Stanley Smith at 603-224-2595 extension 224 or at annika.stanley-smith@graniteuw.org. Are you interested in having your taxes filed for free this year? Tune in on Friday, January 30th at 11 a.m. on WKXL's talk show Financial Spectrum on channel 103.9 FM or 1450 AM to find out how. Our very own Carrie Gladstone will be joined by tax professionals from the Legal Advice and Referral Center, the New Hampshire Bar Association, along with Jocelyn Champagne, the federal taxpayer advocate for New Hampshire, and a discussion about filing your taxes for free through Granite United Way's Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, VITA, the Earned Income Tax Credit and how it works, and the new premium tax credit that comes with the Affordable Care Act. If you're unable to tune in at 11 a.m. or are not local to Concord, New Hampshire, you can catch the live stream at this link. Check out our Facebook page for the link. We see hundreds of individuals participate in our Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program every year. Granite United Way hosts offices in each of our regions, so it's convenient for any New Hampshire resident. If you're interested in participating in Granite United Way's Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program and the cash prize incentives that are part of Save Your Refund program, please contact Carrie Gladstone at 603-224-2595 or at carrie.gladstone@graniteuw.org. The holiday season can be a tough time for many struggling families when it comes to affording toys for their children. In our central region, Granite United Way's whole village hosts a holiday assistance program called Angels and Elves. This year, the Angels and Elves Holiday Assistance Program provided 26 families with items for 51 children ages 3 months to 16 years residing in 10 towns in the lower Grafton County. We would like to thank the following companies and individuals for their donations this year to the Angels and Elves Assistance Program. If you are interested in participating in Whole Village's Angels and Elves Assistance Program for the 2015 holiday season, contact Marty Humphrey at 603 536-3720, extension 101, or at martyhumphreys@graniteuw.org. Are you a hockey fan? For the first time ever, the Southern New Hampshire University Penmen will be playing on the Verizon Wireless Arena ice. And the best part? A percentage of each ticket sale will be donated to Granite United Way. For only $20, you'll get tickets for both the Manchester Monarchs versus Bridgeport and the Southern New Hampshire versus SUNY Canton games. To ensure that a percentage of your ticket is donated to Granite United Way, please purchase your ticket from the link we're posting on our Facebook page. Students in the northern region are benefiting from the generosity of our friends at PSNH. Last month, a $10,000 gift was made to Granite United Way to implement an innovative literacy program at Berlin High School. This gift was made in memory of Gary Long, former PSNH president and Granite United Way board chair. The donation comes from the NU Foundation, an arm of Northeast Utilities, the parent company of PSNH. With this donation, Berlin High School was able to add the Reading Plus computerized reading program to their reading and math labs. Granite United Way's Reading Plus initiative offers students the ability to improve their silent reading skills and in turn help them achieve success in both reading and math. We are happy to announce that Granite United Way has been piloting the Reading Plus program in several school districts across the state with great success. We're going to take a short break for a message from United Way, and when we return, we'll be joined by some representatives from 211 New Hampshire.
One of the reasons we decided to increase our gift this year was really just to be more philanthropic and show the next generation how important it is to make that investment into the community.
United Way is important on so many levels, from the element of reaching out to employees who have an opportunity to give, no matter how small. It puts employees in touch with organizations in need. And then the Community Impact Committee approach to allocating funds is a wonderful way to broaden community involvement by getting regular citizens involved in reviewing grants and making funding decisions.
With United Way, I've always appreciated that there's an opportunity for every company and every employee to get involved. It's nice to see employees go out in the community and be able to influence change in their community because they can give each week or with every payroll that they otherwise may not be able to get into the system.
United Way programs are critical. They were there for me when I really needed them to get new clothes for my first professional job. Now I get to give back to my community, and I volunteer on the United Way Community Impact Board.
The Business Club at Laconia High School Hewitt Technical Center has come together to promote drug awareness in our community.
We'd like to thank the Granite United Way supporters for giving us programs like the Youth Leadership.
And one of the things that I work on every campaign is trying to get the young people in our agency involved, and we've been very successful. And it's so refreshing to see that culture of giving growing within our organization.
One of the greatest things about United Way is that the money is raised locally and it stays local. We distribute that money, and the decisions about the distribution of that money are done at a local level, even though it is a statewide agency.
Thank you very much for supporting our 2014 United Way campaign. 22,000 donors and volunteers are investing in the critical areas of education, income, and health to improve the lives of individuals, families, and communities all across the states of New Hampshire and Vermont. Thank you very much for all that you do.
Join us and support Granite United Way.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us on Living United in the Granite State. With us today, we have Christy Frageau, a 211 Information and Referral Specialist, and Joanna Russell, a 211 caller. So, Christy, I'd like to start with you and just have you explain a little bit about what 211 does in New Hampshire.
Sure. We are the toll-free helpline for the state. If you give us a call at 211, we can let you know what agencies are available to help you with whatever need that you have, if it's available in your area.
Do you have a special tagline for when you're explaining 211 to people? Like, I like to say 211. It's just like 911, but all you do is dial 211 and you get through to people.
Sort of. When my friends ask, they don't fully get it because they haven't had to use it. But it's the helpline. If you need help, you call us and we'll let you know who can help you.
It's like one-stop shopping for help.
Yes.
Very cool.
Absolutely.
And it's free, too,
and
so
it's
that's
free.
always great.
Yeah.
So, Joanna, how did you hear about 211?
Well, as a former Army wife, I was introduced to 211 by the MWR, which is the Morale, Welfare, and Recreation Department of the U.S. Army. And they told us on post, they said, you reach out if you need help. If there's something that we can't do for you within, MWR, then, go to, 211, call 211, go to United Way. And, since I've been home, that's what I've done.
Very cool. And so you used 211 to call for your partner's mother.
Yes, I did.
And how did you feel about that call, those services?
Well, since I've worked with, I've received some information from the United Way in the past. It was very simple, very easy. You just call up, and I got to talk to my wonderful caller, or call specialist, I guess. And I got all the information that I needed, and we were able to help her out, and at least get some resources in to get her some assistance.
Because I understand that can be a really scary time when you're really not sure where to turn. So I can imagine that having 211 as a resource was really comforting.
It really was. I mean, we were able to get her hooked up with ServiceLink and New Hampshire's Bureau of Elderly Care and things of that nature, and it's really helped the process along, get her well again, and just really start the recovery process.
That's excellent. I'm glad you had that experience. Christy, tell us about some of the people that call and talk to you.
We get a little bit of everything. Mainly we get people who are looking for help with, say, their rent. We're the homeless hotline, so a lot of homeless callers don't know where to go or where to get help. We help them to find the resources that they need. But we get calls even from people who just don't know where to go to get their cat spayed and they can't afford it. Anything that's available for help, we try to find a resource.
That's excellent. That can be a very stressful time, too.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So what do you get most often as far as call inquiries?
Probably most would be help with household things like, say, utilities. We get a lot of people who are having a hard time making those payment arrangements, and they don't know where to go to get a little bit of help with that. Rent assistance a lot. The homeless hotline is always going. We always are getting calls from people who don't know where to go and what shelters are available to them.
I used to be the first contact when people would call United Way, and it was scary not knowing where to tell people to turn. And so having 211 as a resource is excellent for other nonprofits, because when people call, you don't have to bounce them around to other places and say, oh, we don't have space, but try this place, which can be very discouraging for someone who's, say, looking for help with drug-related issues. If they can't get help within the first 24 hours, it's
they
hopeless.
Give up. Yeah.
So it's so wonderful that we have something like that, like you folks at 211. So Joanna, how did you feel after getting through with the call with 211?
To be honest, myself and my partner Jess, we were both very, very relieved when we started, calling in and everything else and getting things set up. I mean, we were able to, start the process of getting her a shuttle to, take her grocery shopping because, we live in the other end of the state, and, just start to really just get those resources put in place and services and whatnot. And, we're really better for it, and I'm very thankful. Thank you for being so nice on the phone.
Of course. Glad we could help.
So is 211 something you would recommend to other people in New Hampshire to use?
Oh, most definitely. 211 is a great resource. United Way does everything that they can to make sure that they've got the proper database and everything else that they need to actually really help out people in New Hampshire. And honestly, if I had a couple bucks, I'd donate.
We appreciate it.
Christy, why don't you tell us about some other ways that people can look up services in New Hampshire?
Sure. If you're not able to call 211 for whatever reason, but you have internet access, you can go to 211nh.org, and nearly all of the services are there. Information on how to get in contact with whatever it is you're looking for. You can search by your area, by the area of a friend that you're trying to help out. You can look for the service instead of the location. And if you're calling from out of state for a friend, you can use our toll-free line for nationwide. And that's 1-866-444-4211.
Excellent. And how can individuals or businesses or people like Joanna who maybe have time to volunteer but don't have the ability to donate, how can they get involved with 211?
If they're looking to get more information on the website, there's information for providers. Say if you have a contact that you want listed, you can go to that. Or if you call 211, we can usually set you up with somebody to talk to.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate you both being here. It was great to hear your story, Joanna, and your expertise, Christy.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
For more information on 211 New Hampshire, simply dial 211 or visit www.211nh.org. Thank you for joining us today on Living United in the Granite State. We would like to thank all of our donors and volunteers for helping us make a difference in communities across New Hampshire. Be sure to tune in next month. Have a great day, and don't forget to live united.